Jacob had almost become the son of the
Who
richest.
won't be able to record today?
Taking Jacob as their son, Jacob and
Oh,
Helen
All right, welcome back to school. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from. We trust that your classes yesterday went very well, and we're excited to have you back at the assembly this morning. Have you been practicing? Have you been rewatching some of the YouTube videos of the Have you also been having an amazing time in your learning experience here? We trust God and we believe that it will keep getting better and better every day and in every way. Good morning once again from this side of town. So this morning we are having another business management skills training. I'm sure we had an amazing time yesterday learning about bookkeeping. So today we are going to be learning something very important to business. I hope you have your writing pads ready. This morning we're going to be learning about business marketing. You heard right. We're not just about the hands-on training, we're also about how you are able to start and run your business. So this morning, we are going to be discussing business marketing. So just give me a moment to share my screen and then we'll kick off the lesson.
if your goods must be sold, if your goods and resources that you produce do not stay with you, if you don't become the core of your product, it simply means that you will need to learn how to market. There will be no sales without marketing. There will be no sales without marketing. And you will remember on the first day of our business management skills training, I told us that one of the greatest skills you can learn is that of marketing. If you can learn marketing and you're good at it, you'll be successful in life. If you can sell anything, you will never lack money. So, but some of us, thank God, gratefully, we have come to learn skills. But those skills will become useless if you do not practice them. And when you practice them and produce some things, it's very important that you multiply them for money. They said basically, one of the honest truth, one of the greatest facts about uh, business, about entrepreneurship, is to maximize profit. Whether we believe it with our religious eyes or not, that is the truth. That is the truth. Okay, so we just dive into this morning's session, basic business marketing. What is it all about? Basic business marketing actually, just refers to all the activities a company or a person does to promote, to promote and sell product and services to consumers who are your customers. There are activities that you must engage in to get your product sold to the eventual end users. Those activities are called marketing. From the basic you speaking to somebody, campaigning to somebody, you should saying of your product to several things. But today we'll be looking at some of those basic things, that we need to understand in this aspect of marketing. Today we'll be looking at the marketing mix. I'm sure you can see the gentleman they're trying to mix some ingredients, maybe to be able to produce either a cake or a loaf of bread or loaf of bread. So you find the man is mixing several ingredients. Inside there we can see flour, we might not see them, but we know inside that container he must have had things like flour, he must have had things like egg, things like sugar, and a whole lot more. He mixes them to come up with what you and I will eventually, after they've been baked in the oven, eat as cake or as bread. What that man is doing is typical of marketing mix. Okay, what is marketing mix? It's very critical. For you to understand the marketing of your product, for you to be successful at marketing and selling of your product, you must understand marketing mix. What is it after all? Marketing mix is all about, or is made up of 4 unique interdependent variables. There are 4 ingredients that make up marketing mix. There are 4 independent variables or 4 independent ingredients that make up this. Okay, we also understand that these independent variables, for you to be successful in marketing, you must learn how to mix them properly together in a unique proportion. Just like in your recipes for bread making or for cake making, there must be a quantity of sugar you will mix to a quantity of flour with a quantity of egg, with a quantity of butter or margarine or any other thing you need to put in them, even including some flavors. You must mix them. The way you mix them, the way they are mixed, the proportion of each will have an overall impact in what comes out. So the same with marketing mix. The proportion of these 4 key ingredients, the proportion to which they are brought into that mixture will affect your marketing effort. So what are these 4 ingredients? We simply call them the 4 Ps. I'm sure if you if you search your Google or you also a student of economics, they might begin to argue there are 5, there are 7, there are 14. I can tell you they are basically 4. Each of these ones can be expanded more, but for these basic studies, let's just focus on the 4. Okay, what are these? Are 4 Ps. The first is product, the second is price, the third is place, and the fourth is promotion. And then I will ask you, what do you think? What do you think about these 4 ingredients? How will they affect the way our businesses are sold? The first item there we need to understand is the product. What is your product? Basically, we all understand that a product is either tangible goods or intangible service that fulfill the need or want of customers. All right. In other way, we see product as customer solutions. Customer solutions, those things you produce, the cake you produce, the clothing you produce, the makeup you have for somebody going for a function, okay, the fruit juice you make, and on the smoothies and the rest of them, they are product. But then when you come to the intangible, like you designing a website, you having some graphic designs or interior designs, these are intangible, they are services. So any of those ones you have learned is either a skill, a product, or a service. All right. So when we say product, what do we mean? Is it just that thing you have come to learn? It is that, but not only that. So when you talk about a product, you're talking, you must recognize that product have varieties. Okay, for you to capture the market, it's very important. You must understand the varieties the market needs. You must basically understand your market very well. You know your customers. So when the more variety you have, the higher chances of you having greater sales. Okay, so also the product refers to the quality. The quality is one of the reasons why your product will be bought more in one location and less in the other. Take for instance, let's say you have two marketing segments. One is the highbrow end of your city, or the suburb, or the low end of your business, of your market. All right. So the next truth there is that you must be able to understand what quality they desire, because most of the time quality goes with cost. Okay, so if you don't get the quality right, you might not make enough sales in that market. Or you can get the quality very high and the price or it become very expensive for the people. So you need to understand the quality. You must balance quality, okay, with variety. The next thing, it's not just all about design. It's all about design. How are those products designed? Are they designed to see if your product is for the older generation? It will have a particular look if you want to capture them. If it is for the younger generation, the design of your product is very important. The next are the features. What are the inherent things? See, if take for instance, you're making cake or bread, the younger generation will be more interested in something that is so sweetened. But if you're selling to the older generation who are more health conscious, your feature must change. Okay. Sometimes one of the things that affect your product for some organizations already established is brand name. Well, let's not dwell so much on that, since we take all of us here as new entrant into this business. We are just like, we're just called startups. The next is packaging. How your product is packaged will affect how the customers will perceive it and will affect the way the customers will purchase it. And finally, how about the service? Your after sales service. You know, some places you go buy things and that's the end of your relationship with them until you return again. But there are people, after you just finish buying things from them, they follow you, they ask for your phone number, you know, they'll call you and to check up on you, how you enjoy the product you bought, how, in case if you have any challenge in using them, how they can be of help and stuff like that. You know, it's very likely that when people take care of you like that, you will likely return to them. That's why your product is not just all about the product. It's also about the variety, it's about the quality, it's about the design, it's about the feature, it's about the packaging, and then about the after sales service. The second item there we saw on our 4Ps is price. What is called price? Price is actually the amount the end user is expected to pay for a product. How a product is priced will directly affect how it sells. You know, I told us at the beginning, there are in highbrow areas, if your product comes out cheap, it might appear to them as inferior, as being of inferior quality, because to them, they know that quality goes along with price. So you must be very careful how your pricing is done. So if when you have done your product, the ingredient of your product, you're now bringing the ingredient of your price. This product I have produced, how much will I sell them? How much you sell them also, like I said, depends on the customer you're selling to. There are people in the highbrow area may care less about the price, and as long as the quality is right. And people in the suburb, the low density area called the mass market, they are price sensitive. To them, quantity is what they look out for more than quality. So and they are sensitive to increase in price, at least upward increase in price. They will celebrate it when you bring the prices down. Okay, so it's very important that when you are not considering how to price your product, it's not just talking about what is called list price or the shelf price, that price tag you see when you walk into a supermarket. You see that this cake is for, say, 5,000 naira, 8-inch cake for about 5,000 naira. I'm just making an illustration. Just for example, it's 5,000 naira or $500, if you might choose to call it that way. All right. But we say price is not just that tag. There are other selling things that make your price acceptable in the market. Other sub-ingredients like discount. You might say, for instance, my product, my 8-inch cake sells for 5,000 naira each. But if you buy 2, I will sell the price, I will give you 10% discount on the 2 you bought. That means instead of you paying 10,000 naira or $1,000, you will be expected to take 10%. What's 10% of 5,000 naira? Is 500 naira. What's the 10% of $500? Is $50. So you find out that instead of paying 10,000 naira or $1,000, you will be made to pay 9,000 naira or $900 as your currency may be. But I want to focus on the currency of the country from where we're transmitting, which is Nigeria. So if your cake is 5,000 naira, they can give you a discount. So discount impacts on the price. So your price is not just your price. Your discount is part of your price. But it's also very important to know how to use the discount. You remember, I've told you, things that bring down the price in the wrong environment will bring down your sales. The higher the price in some environment, in the top end of your market segment or the highbrow areas, the higher your product is viewed as having higher quality. The lower the price, the more it is conceived as being of inferior quality. So discount must be appropriately applied. The next is credit terms. You might ask that, okay, if you buy 10 of my cake, I can allow you to pay for 5 now and pay for the balance 5 in a week's time. That is giving your credit terms. Is it part of the price? Is it part of the pricing aspect of your product? And then, of course, that credit term you have given, okay, that you pay next time, paying in 1 week's time is credit. That means the 5 is paying for now are for cash. The 5 is not paid on credit. And then allowing him 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month period to pay. It's the payment period that is allowed. All of this one impact the price. They impact your pricing. So you might find some customers who will rather, particularly those who retail your product, might come to buy from you because of credit terms. Okay, either in discount or either discount, credit terms, or even the period will just be enough. for them to patronize you, the more. The third ingredient is place. Okay, place just talks about the location or the distribution method of making products and services available to the consumers. Every product is sold at a place. But you and I know, even before now, but it's been more since after COVID-19, that location, the place of many businesses have changed. You find more locations now being virtual than being physical. More of our marketing places have moved online. So you must be sensitive to your online market. Your place must be online. In fact, it is said now that there is a shift. Before COVID-19, the physical stores were the main markets, where the online stores were the support markets. But since after COVID, there have been a reversal. Okay, the physical markets or locations have become the supporting market, while the online have become the main market. People buy things across the markets. I mean, I can't forget last diet when we ran online. It was actually during the COVID in June. The students wanted to buy some gift items for their facilitators and their PMAs. You know, they imported the goods right from China. They imported those goods right from China. And those goods arrived and were distributed to the faculty members. They did not have to leave their location. Meanwhile, they are all scattered in various locations. Those products were supplied. When the import arrived, they were cleared and they were shipped. You know, they were cargoed to us, where we were able to receive them and then distribute for the faculty members that they are the beneficiaries. Okay, for the beneficiaries, they were now invited to come and pick up theirs. So market has changed. Marketplaces have changed. If you are in business, you must recognize that. Otherwise, you'll be wondering why there are less patronage than before. People now save, and like in my own nation, price of petroleum products is on a regular hike these days. In fact, people no longer find it necessary to travel in traffic, travel long distances just to go buy. They will window shop online and place their orders and pay online. So your marketplace has moved online. So if you are in business and you do not yet have a place online, your business is only temporary. It will soon fizzle out. I can tell you also that you are most likely dealing with less than 1/3 or less than 10%. Okay, less than 10%. Much more less than 30%, less than 10% of your true clientele base. So I am therefore encouraging us. You must move your business online. Okay, so we say this place talks about location. All right, these locations as well, I've just mentioned them. Is it virtual or is it physical? The next is channels. We know that now it's online, but where are your customers? There are channels online you must recognize if you cannot be in all of them. It's not necessary to be in all of them if your customers are not usually found on all of them. If your customers are, like they believe, are the older generation, you will likely find them more on Facebook than you find them on Instagram or on Twitter. Okay, but either way, you must find out where your customers are and be on their face in that place. Be there. Let your shop be there. If your customers are younger generation, or even some older generation now, many of the people of all ages are showing up now on Instagram, because Instagram gives the highest advantage of pictures and videos. Okay, so now you can find a lot of people there. Make sure you open an Instagram account. open an Instagram account. You can find time and visit my own Instagram account and follow me there. My Instagram handle is at the Paul Paul then Wolisa Nwolisa. The Paul Wolisa is my Instagram handle. You join me immediately after this meeting, and you go and see things that I have posted a long time. The beauty about online is that things that go to that appear online don't go away unless they are brought down. So you can find out things that might be out of stock that you never knew existed, and then you can place orders and get them if you're the one buying. All right? Your old stock that have been in your shop that many people have no longer been buying, you can upload them on your channel. Okay? Open Instagram account, open Facebook business account. Even people are selling a lot these days on WhatsApp. Okay, create WhatsApp, share your messages. Okay, do your marketing on even your groups on WhatsApp and Telegrams. The next is logistic. You find out that most people that sell more online are those that have ready arrangement with logistic companies if they are not into it. You don't need to be into logistic company, okay, to sell it, but it is good that your product sales are tied to a logistic arrangement, a delivery system. Find out, make it easier for customers to be able to buy from you and get a product delivered to them. So price to a customer is not just price, it is the cost to them. So it is them being able to know that if I am paying, take for instance, 5,000 naira for an 8-inch cake, and I am paying extra 1,000 naira to have it delivered to my house. So my cost, even though your price is 5,000 naira, my cost as a buyer, as a purchaser, as your customer is 6,000 naira. It will help me to make decision. Okay, if driving to your shop will actually cost me like 3,000 naira fuel, I will believe that I've saved 2,000 naira. Why will I not buy from you? I will spend that time also that I would have used being in traffic to do other meaningful business, engage in other meaningful business activities. So that is that. The next, it's out, okay, that logistic and transportation, they all go together, okay? The channel of making sure that the product reaches the customer safe and timely. That's the third item. Remember, the first is what? The first P, can you just tell me? The first P is what? Product. The second P is what? Price. The third P is place. And then the fourth one is called promotions. This is one of the things we know more as marketing. These are the activities that we engage in to communicate the product futures. You know, all those your advertisement, all those mouth-to-mouth business sales you do with people, you know, all those, you know, promotions, those buy one, buy two, and get one free. They are all the things that enable your product to be sold properly. It is believed that what customers look for when it comes to your promotion, it's the excitement of seeing your product. Some of them, you know, there are people I always tell students here when we have our physical classes, the same thing I'm telling to those of us that are doing online. When you are beginning to try now, as I'm aware some of us are baking cake, don't bake your cake and keep them. No, share them with people. As your cake begin to improve, share them with people. Don't say, I use money to buy those products, I must eat it. Fine, you eat it. When you now produce the one for sale, you will also eat that one. So as you begin to practice, as you begin to experiment, share your cake with people. Okay, you are a website designer, design free for people. Design free for one person and let that person become your raving fan that will introduce you to others if your work is good. All right, so when it comes to promotion, I say try. I mean, Jesus is one expert salesman who uses a lot of promotion. Jesus came to tell us about the kingdom of God, but he gave promotion like healings, okay, like deliverance, setting people, setting captives free. Those are promotions. Those are promotion, demonstration of power of the kingdom. Okay, so I mean, it's also believed that advertisement is very important. You might have the best product, unless people know that you exist, they might never know that they needed your product. They said selling, producing and not marketing is like a man winking at a lady in the dark. Okay, if you wink at a lady in the dark, the lady will not see you. The lady will not know you're doing just anything. So it's very, very important. You must find out, you must let people find out that you exist. People give you opportunity to know how good your products are. So for your products to be sold, for it to be purchased and you make profit, we said you must understand these basic marketing principles. Okay, basic business principles of marketing. And we have told us as we study that there are 4 critical ingredients you must learn to mix well. Okay, when you mix the first one, we said is what? Is product. You must learn how to mix your product. What are the totality of your product? It's not just it's not just that your cake, how you package it, the features you have in them. Okay, the next we say is price, not just the price. Okay, it's not just your list price, not just that tag price. Other things, other venison you add to them, just like discounts, okay, and credit and stuff like that, make up your price. The third, we said it's a place. The place has to be where you can find your customers. These days, we say, if you are not online, you are indeed offline in business. All right, so you must be online. You must be online for customers to see you. And then finally, the fourth is promotion. You must let people taste some of your product before they buy. Find a way, okay? Find a way to do public relations. Package your product and distribute to areas you think your customers exist. Let them have a taste, a free taste of your product. Okay, small portion. They usually after that they will begin to place orders. So you find that if you're able to do these 3 things very well, it is very likely your product will sell well. Thank you very much. If you have more questions.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Can we get an ovation for Pastor Paul in the chat room on YouTube? Thank you so much. I bet you didn't expect to hear that promotion is not the only thing you can do in marketing. It's bigger and broader than you think. The 4 Ps. So for me, it was basically a refresher's course, and I had an amazing time. Please, can we give a loud ovation to Pastor Paul? Send your favorite emoji, give him a thumbs up, and let's appreciate him. Wow, it's getting better in every way. All right, before we go, a few announcements as usual. Don't get tired of hearing our announcements. You know what we said about Dsap and instructions. So we'll keep reminding you, we'll keep telling you about this announcement. And top on that list is the attendance. Okay, so please be reminded to sign in with your registered name. And if you have missed class once, please do not miss any other class. Do not forget that you're only allowed to miss school once. So please do all you can to finish strong, right? And also be reminded that next week we'll be having our evaluation. We want you to tell us what we have done right, areas we can improve on. Tell us about your facilitators. Tell us about your PMAs. Tell us what you think about even the assembly itself, okay? So we'll be posting the guidelines and the link next week, so please be reminded to evaluate us. It's very important to us. The evaluations that we have received in past diets is the reason why we have greatly improved thus far. So please be ready to evaluate us. Also, we have observed that a couple of you do not turn on your videos when you are in class, even when the facilitators are asking you to. Please do not forget that Dsap is a hands-on training school. And we told you at the induction that if you're working, it would be good, it would be advisable that you take time off, because the live classes are practical sessions where you are expected to show us what you are doing right there in class. And the reason why some of you are kept in the waiting room is because you fail to comply with this simple instruction. So as we go around the classes today, please be informed in advance that if your video is not on, you'll be put in the waiting room until you comply. All right. And then finally, be reminded of the graduation. I am super pumped and excited about graduation because it's an opportunity to sit back, relax, and enjoy amazing presentations, slide exhibitions, fashion runway, and so much more. So the president is here this morning, and she would be speaking to us a little about the graduation. Good morning, Your Excellency.
Good morning, ma'am.
The floor is yours, ma.
Okay, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. I believe everyone can hear me. Good morning. I really want to just pick up from where our Deputy Registrar Operation talked about. Graduation is next week, and just as she is excited, I am also very much excited. And I want to use this opportunity to encourage us. We have sent the announcement for auditioning. I want to encourage us that we should come out. Music, poets, comedy, dance, instruments, whatever it is, we should please come out. We're having the auditioning on Thursday, 6 p.m. So I want to encourage us, please, let's indicate, let's pass the message to our governors, and then we look forward to seeing you on Thursday. So thank you so much. We've already started receiving some responses. Thank you. I appreciate that. And please, we're expecting more responses so that we can have a wonderful, wonderful graduation filled with all sorts of talent and skills displayed. Thank you all. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Always a delight to see you. So there you have it there, students. The graduation ceremony is your event. So please contact your governors, who will in turn send your information down to the set officials, and you'll be invited for the auditions. Right. So the graduation ceremony is going to hold on Friday, the 27th of October. Please note, Friday, 27th of October, and it is a virtual event. So please mark your calendars, Friday, 27th October, right here online. Okay. Faculty, management team, do we have any more announcements? Or are we good to go? Okay, no announcement. All right. Pastor Paul, any announcements back? I actually just wanted them to see your face. Okay, so you have seen Pastor Paul. For those of you who think that Pastor Paul is probably not around or he has traveled or something, he's very much around and he's right here with us. All right, so PMAs, we can start the class. We are 3 minutes ahead of time, which is good. So it gives us time to settle down properly before the class commences. Have a fantastic, fruitful, productive day. See you tomorrow, same time at the assembly. God bless you.